Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am by now. That's not going to stop me from telling you that I am the two-time, Boxing Award-winning the Boxer. Now, due to a certain global issue, it's making it hard for me to do collaborations. So, you'll notice I'm at home, in my kitchen at home, instead of at the autistic chef's place, collaborating with him, as much as I'd like to be doing that. Unfortunately, everyone's saying, hey, stay at home, don't risk making other people sick, so that leaves me with very little choice other than to do cooking videos at home by myself. So, similar to the s'more idea I did a few months ago with David Leahy, I'm doing individual brownies, and I'm doing different flavors. If you remember, I did a big s'more with sections of 4 different flavors. Unfortunately, brownies tend to mix a little bit more, so I'm doing individual size. I got these, as you can see, I got these small pans here. I got 4 of them here, so I'm going to be doing individual brownies to different flavors. First things first, I'm going to start off really simple and work my way up. I got here some orange marmalade. I'm going to mix some of this in, and then we'll go from there. But before we do that, they say to wash your pan, which is actually a great idea even without any corona. My corona! So they obviously, it's a food safe thing. So clean this up. I like to use just like paper towel wipes. When used, and then you throw it away. That way you're not spreading around any germs. Disposable, you just throw it out after you're done. Now, instead of risking looking like a fool, trying to get open individual plastic packages, I'm just going to cut them open, save myself some time, hopefully make myself not look stupid. Now, 2 of these are slightly different from the other 2. This was actually pre-mixed individual brownies, so just want to make sure I get all of this right. So, I will be doing these one at a time, just so I can keep track of which one is which. Now, this calls for canola oil, but of course I'm me, so I must use extra naboxed olive oil, just because, you want to be consistent with your own products, right? Also, a tablespoon of water. And of course, for the first round, I'm using the orange marmalade to give it some orange flavor. So I put in about 1.5 spoons of this. Now it's ready to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm putting in for 18 minutes to start, and then I'll do the toothpick test and just make sure that it's completely baked inside. Welcome back. About 7.5 minutes left in the orange brownie left to go for the baking, and now I'm going to try to get ahead of it and start in on my next choice, which is blueberry brownie. Extra naboxed olive oil, of course. Tablespoon of water. And an egg. it up. Wait, I didn't put any of the blueberries. Or the jam. Smucker's blueberry jam. And got here some cultivated blueberries. Gonna throw in about a handful, I'd say. Remember, this is an individual size one, so. Okay, so still a couple minutes left in the initial baking, and I'll see you guys when the orange one comes out. Okay folks, the orange brownie is out. I'll admit, because you want to be safe. Burns are not funny, folks. When you work in the kitchen, you're eventually going to burn yourself at some point. They're not fun. So here's what the brownie looks like. Still sticking, but it's actually not too bad, so I feel like I could probably put it in for another minute or two. Alright folks, let's check on that orange brownie now and then start baking the blueberry. So this is what the orange brownie looks like. Nice clean toothpick, so that means it's perfectly done. And this is the blueberry one. Now I'm going to put that one in for the full 20 minutes. And now I'm going to get started on another one. Now this one is, we're going to start in on the other two. And this one, I have going to be using a little bit of butterscotch instant pudding into the mix, as well as some scored chippets, and some butterscotch chocolate chips. So this one I feel is one that I'm probably going to be a lot more interested in seeing how it tastes. Once again, folks, you make sure to wash your pan. This one requires 4 tablespoons of extra naboxed olive oil. That's right, extra naboxed olive oil. Egg. Alright, there's the butterscotch. A little bit extra there. I love me some score. I feel like this is the one I'm looking forward to the most out of the 4. But the question is, will I be able to fit all of this in? This is definitely like the most loaded of the bunch. Can I do it? Can I make it? Yes, just barely I can make it in. The blueberry brownie is about to come out, so let's get this shit done. This is what it looks like, folks. Although I'm like 99% sure that I'm going to have to put it back in for longer. Yeah, probably gonna. Yeah, it's gonna need some extra time in the oven, so I'm gonna give it an extra 5 minutes. And while that's baking for the extra few minutes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys something that I'm doing for the last one. Come here. So I'm doing a mint brownie on the last one. So I got a mint milk chocolate bar from Walmart. And you see here I got a pot and a bowl set up. Got some water in here, gonna start boiling it. This is basically like a double boiler concept where chocolate can burn really easily, especially in this manner. So what you do is you get a pot, fill it up with water, you boil the water, and you have and during that time you have something like a metal bowl on top, and it heats up the chocolate and it melts it, but it makes it so that the temperature is not so high as to burn it. It basically caps the temperature because water can only get up to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it turns into steam, obviously. So it basically, the double boiler puts a cap on the temperature, keeps the chocolate from. Basically, it requires more time to burn, basically, and to heat up. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to get that ready while the blueberry finishes up. While the blueberry brownie finishes up. And once again, the brownie has gone off for the blueberry, so it actually does look a lot more well done than before. And next up, the one I'm looking most forward to, the butterscotch. Okay, so while that one goes, I'm going to start in on the last one, which is probably going to take a little bit longer to mix up anyway, because that's one that's going to have the mint chocolate bar in there. So right now, yeah, it's barely even started to melt, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I will need to be patient while I wait for that to go. So I'm just going to put the brownie mix into the bowl to start. Now those ones say 10 to 15 minutes, but I'm going to put it in for 17 just to be safe. So I got about 14 minutes left before the butterscotch one is done. Still looks like a couple minutes before the mint chocolate bar will be done, so I'll take a couple minutes break. So now the chocolate has melted. There's about 7 and a bit minutes left in the butterscotch one. So let's turn the burner off. We'll grab the spatula. The melted chocolate. Let's pour that right in there. Beautiful. Melted nice and beautifully. Oh, you can smell the mint in this. Let's pan this thing. If any of the brownies beat the butterscotch one, it's going to be this one, folks. Oh. And it looks like we're almost done, folks. About 420 left in the the butterscotch brownie, then the mint one goes in, and then we'll see what the results are. Okay folks, well the butterscotch one is still going, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the presentation of the blueberry and the orange brownies now. And I got some rainbow sorbet, so like orange, raspberry, and lime. So you can kind of see based on the colors which one is which. So I'm going to use the orange on the orange one for obvious reasons. And I'm going to try to skim all three for the blueberry. All three flavors. Now with the orange brownie, I got an orange to go with the garnish. So let's try to make this as pretty as we can. I'm not going to add anything extra to the blueberry one, just because. So let's get a close-up of how these two look. So this is the blueberry. This is the orange. And there's 15 seconds left for the butterscotch, so let's keep going, folks. Yeah, still needs a couple minutes. So it'll still be a few minutes before the butterscotch one can come out, so time to dig in. Okay, I'm going to start in on the orange, because that was the first one I did. It's like you can barely taste the orange in this one. So if I do the orange one again, I'll have to put in a lot more of the marmalade, because it's honestly it's really hard to tell the orange without the ice cream and the orange is on there. So now for the blueberries, for the blueberry brownie. Similar thing, but the blueberries in the brownie actually, I feel like it adds to the texture. Nice and crisp outside, moist on the inside. Yeah, having the blueberries actually in this one helps a lot, so. Yeah, not too bad. Like the brownies, so it's hard to not enjoy a brownie. But in terms of what I could have accomplished with it, definitely need to put in more flavoring. Okay, folks, the butterscotch is out and the mint is now in. So, just gonna show you guys how it looks. I feel like I may have overdone the butterscotch. This is what it looks like. But hopefully not. We will see when I taste it later. I finished off the blueberry one because I'm the only one who wants to try it. Well, I'm the guy with more of the sweet tooth around here anyway, so such is the way of life for someone like me. But I guess we'll just see how it goes now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the final two main brownies have done. We have here the butterscotch, we have here the mint. Both have come out clean toothpicks, so let's try to present these ones. That one's obviously going to go right on top of the mint brownie. And we have a caramel ice cream for the butterscotch and caramel brownie. Of course, the caramel sauce. And let's get a close-up. Caramel brownie, mint brownie. Now for the final verdict, to taste it and see how it came out. The mint one is still hot. Nice and fluffy. You can taste the mint in there. It's like the right amount of mint. Let's try the caramel one, the butterscotch. Very nice. I like them both, actually. Yeah, I feel like the mint one probably tastes the way I meant it to taste the most. So, but like I love caramel. So. The ice cream really helps the caramel one, so I guess this is it now. So thank you for watching. I hope you like the ideas I presented, and I know that it sucks that there's only one of me here, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So on behalf of myself thank you for watching. Stay tuned. And I hope you're staying safe and healthy and you're kind of making the most of your time. And I know the world is shitty right now, especially. But it's just sometimes it's just how life goes, and it helps you enjoy the good times better when you can take the time to, when you can suffer these bad times and make it through, and when you get to the good times, it'll help you enjoy it that much more. So, if you're still here with us, thank you for making it through, and see you next time, folks. Bye.